50 years ago today, the United Kingdom transitioned over to decimal currency, ending a system of accounting that had occurred within the country for centuries. Currently, the pound is divided into 100 pence, but how was the pound divided before decimalisation occurred? Before the 15th of February 1971, the pound was divided not into 100 pence, but 240 pence. Next, 2 pence would make a 2 pence, and 3 pence would make a 3 pence. If you take 4 pence, this was known as a groat, and 6 pence will be known as a sixpence. If you take 2 sixpences, you get what was known as the shilling, which was the intermediate unit between the penny and the pound. The shilling was also referred to in British slang as simply the bob. 1 shilling, therefore, was worth 12 pence. If you take 2 shillings, which was more colloquially known as the 2 bob bit, you then arrive at the florin, which was coincidentally the only decimal unit in Britain's pre-decimal currency, as the florin was worth 1/10 of a pound. Going up the scale, 5 shillings was known as the crown, and there was also a half crown, which was worth 2 shillings and 6 pence. At 10 shillings, we reached the half sovereign, and at 20 shillings, or 240 pence, we arrive at the sovereign, or otherwise known as the pound. The pound was, and still is known as in British slang, as the quid. But there was a unit of currency that had a higher value than the pound. With a value of £1 and 1 shilling, the guinea was the highest value in the British pre-decimal currency system. Going back to the penny, there was the halfpenny, also known as the halfpenny. But in addition to this, there was a unit of currency below the penny that was used until 1961, when inflation made the unit irrelevant. The farthing. A farthing was simply 1/4 of a penny. There were units for a half farthing, a third farthing, and also for the smallest unit of British currency ever produced, the quarter farthing, which was worth 1/16 of a penny or 1/3840th of a pound. And then of course on Decimal Day, on the 15th of February 1971, the UK decimalised its currency, leading to the country's pre-decimal system being made redundant and nothing more than a distant memory.